Hi, welcome to Building Trades. My name is Mr. Martin, and this is
Mr. McClary.
we are a 2-year program for high school juniors and seniors, and what we do is residential construction in this class. So if you come into this class as a junior, you will build one house, and your senior year, you will build a second house. So by the time you leave here, you will have 2 houses under your belt.
So just as a start, we do lab work as well as out in the field. So believe it or not, we'll go out here in our lab in just a minute. And we started this year by laying block foundation in the lab. Then we laid up brick, and then we tore all that down. And now you can see what will be remnants of part of a home that we're actually building in the field. We got some experience building it here in the lab as well.
Let's go look at some wall framing and roof framing.
So guys, here you can see an example of where we've framed up some walls, and we've actually had students cut rafters, put decking on, and then eventually we'll demonstrate, if you can get a shot up there of the empty roof deck, we'll actually demonstrate black paper, roofing, shingles, ventilation, everything it would take to build a house. And we try to stay just a little bit ahead in the lab so that students can see what we're going to do before we get to the field. Just a little bit of book work, not much here, guys. We try to keep you busy out in the lab and then out in the field on the job site. You want to talk a little bit about the job site?
We try to basically rotate in groups. We'll split the class up into 2 groups. One group stays in the classroom and covers some material in the book work and the lab setting for a week, and I'll take one group to the job site. At the end of the week, we'll rotate groups, so the next group will come in, do a little book work, come out to the lab. And the whole goal of that is try to make all the mistakes in here in the lab setting, so when we get to the job site, everything's put together right. So minimize mistakes, because out there, mistakes cost money and materials. And that's why you hear the old saying, measure twice, cut once.
Yeah. I think Norm Abrams said that, didn't he?
I believe so.
He at least wrote a book on it, so the guy from this old house. But you might just take a shot right here. You can see we have an example of a hip roof here, the framing structure of a hip roof. So that's a very common roof style here in our area. You see our stack of drywall. We'll get to some of that here in the next few weeks. You can see not only a skid steer back here, but a mini excavator, things that Mr. Martin does most of that work, but we do get a few kids in there to get a chance to take a spin on both a skid steer and a mini excavator, which is something we'll use on the job site. And why don't we travel over here into the lab?
So this is our mill shop. We pretty much take care of all of our rough carpentry exercises. That all takes place in the big lab over here. The mill shop, we'll do more smaller project type stuff, or woodworking, cabinet making, those kinds of things over here.
Yeah, so just the other day we had students cutting blocks into about 18-inch blocks, and we had turned the saw at a 45-degree miter, and we were running crown blocks for a residential project where we were going to put up some crowns. So we have a radial arm saw over here, we have drill presses, we have lathes, which we don't get into a whole lot. We have a funeral cutter back here, which you would typically see at a Home Depot or a Lowe's, where they say they'll cut plywood for you. We have one right here in our shop, and we've used that a number of times. So a lot of great tools in here that can help us for some inside projects as well.
So what we're looking at here, as far as job-wise and the industry outlook, we have students that go into carpentry, brick masonry, operators, heavy equipment operators, the laborers hall, we have roofers, cement finishers, pretty much cover every trade on the building trade side of the industry. And right now is a great time to get in, because we have all these baby boomers retiring right now, and there's not enough people coming in to replace them in the workforce. And the pay is, it's more than what you're going to get out of it going to college right now. We have people that are been to school, been to college, that I've talked to a lot of guys out there, got their degree in something, and now they're in the construction industry, not even using what their degree was. They got their degree in college. This is a 2-year program. You get a 2-year head start on everyone else in your class if you know that this is what you want to do for a living, for a career. There's a lot of money to be made of it.
Yep. And I would say as well, we're actually placing some students right now in second semester internships for our seniors. If you've been with us for a year and a half, then the second semester of your senior year, you can get some field experience and actually get paid in collaboration with our program. And Mr. Martin, you might want to talk just a little bit about some of our dual credits.
Dual credits? We have basically 9 dual credits with Vincennes University for their construction management program. So if you come in here and you're 2 years in our program, you'll receive those 9 dual credits at Vincennes University. So if you choose to go on to college, which is the greatest thing about career and technical education, we prepare kids for both ways, straight into the workforce and into college. It's a win-win for the students. And in their program, I think theirs is a 2-year program up there. So if you take 9 dual credits, you're 3 credits shy of taking out a full load for a semester. I think the full semester would be the full-time semester would be considered 12 credit hours, and you get 9 with us. With those 9 credits, it doesn't cost a thing. All you have to do is sit down, take the 15, 20 minutes that it takes to fill out the paperwork and apply, and it's just another perk of taking this class, and not just our class, but all the career tech classes out here.
So students, I'd like to just give you a bit of information about Mr. Martin and myself. Mr. Martin has been running this program now for 24 years. So I came in new to the program this year, having about 14 years of field experience in residential construction, and then spent some time in education before coming here. But Mr. Martin has built this program or continued this program from the ground up. And as I've gotten to know Mr. Martin and what he's done here, it's just a really exciting opportunity for students. So we hope you apply with us, and we'd love to have you be a part of the Building Trades program. Thank you so much.